नमस्ते दोस्तों, आप सबका स्वागत है आज तक में। मैं हूं अनीता ब्रिटो और आज हमारे साथ है द अमेजिंग कास्ट ऑफ ताज। हाय गाइस, वेलकम।
हाय अनीता जी।
Hi,
तो
Anita
पहले
ji,
मैं
thank you
ऐसे
so much.
स्टार्ट करती हूँ बिकॉज ट्रेलर देखी मैंने 2-3 बार देखा एंड इन 21 आवर्स यू हैव 4.2 मिलियन व्यूज।
Oh ये
ओके, सो वेरी वेल। एंड उसके नीचे जो कमेंट्स हमने पढ़े हैं वो ऐसे हैं कि इट रिमाइंड्स देम ऑफ ओल्ड एपिक फिल्म्स एंड देन गूज़बम्स आए हैं किसी को एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पॉजिटिव रिव्यू
that's amazing.
views. What is the best compliment you all have received in this 21 hours? Whoever wants to start first.
Best compliment received. So the best compliment, I think last night I remember this one woman came up to me, and she said she actually watched the first episode.
Oh,
She got to watch. And she said that I'm very new to the team, and this is the first time, and I'm seeing it. And I watched the first episode just last night, and she's like, "I hate you," and I'm like,
why?
I'm like, you mean? She's like, yes, I hate Murad. All right, she
Okay.
hates Murad, and I'm like, and she's like, but I feel that there's something missing. She's like, I hooked onto the character because he's just so hateable. He's always so rough, always so brutal, always bullying people, right? But she's like, but I want to know more about him, and I feel that's the best compliment because I feel that it's a very fine line where you can lose Murad unless you hook them on with an emotional grip.
Right.
And if that actually hooked on and she wants to know, like, okay, fine, but like I feel there's something missing in him, then I've achieved that, and I guess that's the best compliment that I have received last night.
Really nice. Aditi, आपका क्या?
जी actually याद नहीं होता but
इतने सारे मिलते हैं
no it's not shut up
Over flooded with compliments.
These
कौन
guys
सा
are
याद
horrible.
करूं
The
मैं?
सारे
whole
कमेंट्स
day-
अदिति
अदिति अदिति अदिति
अरे कोई
beauty,
हमारा नाम
अदिति।
भी ले लो यार
तू पहला है ना, डेब्यू है, आएगा।
हाँ मैं
Oh.
मजाक कर रहा हूँ यार मैं
they've been doing this the whole day
Whole day और sets पे भी ऐसा
Whole
होता
day.
था?
So
नहीं.
set-
no
we
because
never got to work with her.
yeah it
Oh,
was
okay.
और
not always
yeah.
Not even one
I got to
scene.
shoot with her but like मैं बड़ा मतलब I was in awe of her so like no
But so nice. आप बताइए, कुछ तो याद
Nice?
रहेगा?
this is nice they're
Honest.
really
Honest from the heart.
they're very bad they've been
यार
they've
that's
been
so
the
हम कितनी अच्छी चीजें बोल रहे हैं और आप बैड और ये सब ऐसी बात नहीं यार गलत
खराब है ये लोग but मुझे सच्ची no okay so there have been really lovely things and especially like I've been storing things that I see and things that make me feel excited और मुझे याद नहीं होता लेकिन मुझे उस
लम्हे
second
के
पे
लिए
हाँ बहुत खुशी होती है and I feel very thrilled and I'm like candy and then I've forgotten because I'm dealing with the next thing. Yeah, really. But I think the biggest compliment is what you said. You know, I'm almost afraid to look at comments because I feel like it can sometimes be very overwhelming. But it's when I hear from other people that you know it's being received well and all, I think that's the biggest compliment because it's not about one person or it's about the entire thing.
cast.
You know, that when it's received well, and we should all you know do well and we
I
should
mean,
all be loved.
4.7 million in 21 hours itself
Yeah,
says
it's
quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot, yeah.
And I mean, just reading the comments, I feel that it was besides all of us and Ashim or Nasir sir, there were other characters in it,
Yeah.
like the Queen. I've read a couple of comments that you know
Yeah.
we love seeing them on screen.
Yeah, Dharmender ji.
Sandhya, Dharam sir, of course.
Yeah.
He's legendary, right? And his one scene or that one look itself stole
One
the show.
dialogue, people have
One
just been
dialogue.
talking about that एक dialogue जो बोला है
Google
कि
it up.
But you know,
आवाज
because we've
बढ़ेगा।
also not
said it.
seen
Yeah.
it, so we were also like, wow.
तो आप लोग ने ट्रेलर नहीं देखा था पहले?
नहीं, in fact, very sweetly they were saying, आपको देखना है, आपको देखना है. We were like, no,
बड़ी screen
we're
पे
going to
देखना।
watch it at the event.
But the
Okay.
but the biggest
I had
compliment
tears till now, like because I was just so overwhelmed. I had not seen anything.
never.
No.
I saw
I used to
before the
barely
edits
look at
were
the
done.
monitor.
Oh, that's it.
I didn't
You-
look at the monitor.
Oh, so then this was completely new.
Yeah,
to you.
it was
Nice.
actually.
but I have to say this that the biggest compliment was from Sandhya ma'am
Okay.
who plays Jodha Bhai in our show.
Hmm.
And this was right after the trailer came out, and she calls me, and I go and sit next to her like a bacha, and she tells me that that you're very good. एक सेकंड लगता है, एक शॉट लगता है देखने में और बताने में कि ये एक्टर है कि नहीं है. और बहुत काम आएगा, but you have to know your worth. You have to stay humble, stay grounded, but just know your worth and know that you have to sign on to the right project. And just the way she said it, like there was not an ounce of falseness in that. Like it, and I was just touched.
बट आपकी ये पहली शुरुआत है,
बिल्कुल.
तो उससे ज्यादा प्रेशर था आपको आप बाकी सबसे ज्यादा?
नहीं यार, प्रेशर तो नहीं कह सकते.
There's always pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's always pressure,
I agree with her.
but pressure of delivering it right,
Hmm.
not pressure of working with them, because they're all such warm actors that there was never like any hierarchical thing on set. The pressure was just to deliver this boy with as much honesty as I could, with as much with just not letting Shubham swoop in a lot of times and just making it about Daniel and who he is. So वो
Right.
pressure था, but in terms of working with legends, they were all so good to me that at no point did I feel like कि मैं ये मेरा पहला काम है और मैं मतलब I'm from no filmy family, but they just like all treated me like that little kid, like especially Nasir sir. तो हाँ, बहुत मजा आया.
अदिति, आपने मेंशन किया कि प्रेशर है, इतने सालों बाद भी प्रेशर है आपको?
No, it's not pressure like that, but every film is a first, right? So it's
Ground zero.
yeah, it's always you're starting from scratch.
Fresh.
Even when you come on set, because it's a new person, it's a new story, it's a new house,
New
a new team.
it's a
New
new
character.
team. And you're making friends with all of that, for the first time. So it's always new.
There's pressure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And how
Think
people
so.
receive you.
Yeah. You never know, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You never know. And like today, we've just had a trailer launch. We still have the show that has to come out. It has to work as a whole show. All of us have to come together, and people should go into that world and want to see more. What happens to this person? Oh, I love this person. What is going to happen to them? Oh my God, I hate this person, but oh my God, I can't take my eyes off them. That needs to happen with
Right.
everybody. And
Thanks.
you can only know that once that baby is delivered,
Right.
to people.
And it is a baby.
Yeah, especially for the makers.
For
If
everyone.
as actors we feel like this, can you imagine what directors,
5
producers,
years.
editors, they live,
This took
breathe.
5 years?
From the writing
From
stage.
the writing, from the
Oh,
inception
okay.
of it.
Right, from the inception
Wow.
of it.
And
to now,
also,
5
A
years.
lot of movies take like that
That
kind
long,
of
yeah.
time and
so
effort
many
in it.
people who actually work on set, like not just the makers, not just the actors. Like as actors, we come in and we do our thing and we leave. But the assistant directors, the lighting guys, the spot boys,
Yeah.
everyone, like their personal life is so compromised because they have to like literally leave wherever they come from, their hometown,
Right.
and come here and work for like these odd hours, these erratic hours, just to make this one vision come true.
True.
So there's so much sacrifice that goes into it. And yeah, so it's literally like a child, and it's sabka hai.
It is.
Yeah.
But how difficult it is एक आप हिस्टोरिक सीरीज बनाने में और एक मूवी बनाने में कितना डिफरेंस और कितना डिफिकल्ट है आप लोग को लगा? आपने तो किया है अदिति
Yeah.
पहले भी एक हिस्टोरिक फिल्म, तो
एक?
हाँ मतलब
दो तीन किए ना?
दो
I mean,
couple of
क्या किए? Big ones.
Yeah.
but
Amazing.
yeah, some of them aren't out yet. But yeah.
So
What is the
humility.
difference between a film and a show?
no how difficult it
period
is
film.
to make a period historic
Honestly, it's the same. And I think at least the people that I have worked with, it's the same effort that goes into a film and a show. But I guess a show is more complicated because it's like making that many more films. It's because that many more hours of content that you're
Yeah.
creating, that many more characters, that many more stories.
Storylines.
In-depth narrative.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
also
an-
there's like you were just
deeper.
saying, there's A, B, C, D. There's
Yeah,
so many
there's so
storylines.
many narratives parallelly. So the logic of all of that, how it meets, where the
And-
highs, lows,
And then
I'm sure that's more
And the
complicated.
thing about this script is that whatever loop they opened up, they always closed it. Every character which
It was
started
not
off
unattended.
always had a journey. It was if he was here today and he behaved this way, by the
Mhm.
end of it he behaved a certain different way. He acted, or his looks changed, or something happened, and that's why the writing, he said, is so intricate. The writing is so what's it called? perfectly done
Perfect.
with such a plan, and they exactly knew where the premise is going, where the plot lines are. You know, where exactly do we need all the obstacles? Through whose life? Through whose lens are we looking at? I think that the vision of the writers have been spectacular, and because of that, we've been able to breathe life into it, and that's our job. And the rest of the job, as far as the director or the DOP is concerned, which again are international and have a different point of view or a vision of our story, something which resonates with us much more than it might resonate with them. But they made it their own, you know, and that is commendable. Commendable to the whole team who have come from a foreign country to Mumbai to shoot something like this, and have, from my end, have, I think, given complete justice. In fact, I feel that they have surpassed even what I thought would have been it. You know, I didn't expect what I saw in the trailer, to be very honest, and it came as a surprise. The quality is magnificent, and it's definitely going to be a pioneer in this genre.
सैक्रिफाइस की बात कर रहे हैं तो जो हमारे राइटर है विलियम, उनका एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत बेटा है ओलिवर, और उनकी they were expecting another kid, and he was here, and he was going back, so he was doing this back and forth, making sure that his like wife, whenever she needs him, वो वहाँ पे हो, और यहाँ पे वो हमारे साथ इस पे काम कर रहे थे. तो there's just a lot that has gone in from every person actually.
काफी sacrifices सब लोग ने किए हैं, and that's how this project has been made.
How long, कितना टाइम लगा ये पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को? आप लोग के शूट्स को कितना टाइम लगा?
Shooting,
हाँ.
shooting wise, I think
2021 में हमने शुरू किया था अक्टूबर में, और 2022 में मई तक चला है.
6 months.
Yeah,
7-8
months.
Okay, in that period, आप एक चीज जो आप लोग ने अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में समझा या सीखा या कुछ नया सीखा अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में?
So Anarkali is this larger than life character. वो हमारे लिए she has become like that because Madhubala ji played Anarkali, and Mughal-e-Azam is Mughal-e-Azam. That it's a timeless piece of cinema, and it's still spoken about like Mughal-e-Azam.
Yeah,
you know. But I think what I learned about Anarkali when we were doing this, and it's because of the way it's written, but also that because the base, this thing of how it's written is there. And then I just felt like, actually, you know, of course she's beautiful, she's mesmerizing, there's this incredible love story, there is tragedy. But what I discovered about Anarkali is that, oh my God, this girl in the 16th century to have looked an emperor in the eye and been like, I love this person. He happens to be your son and he happens to be a prince, but I love him for who he is. I mean, I love him, and you can do what you want to me, but I will stand by that love, and I will stand by the truth, and I will stand by my loyalty. And I just saw her as such a spirited, fearless girl.
right.
And I never thought of that before.
Could you connect with your character? Did you feel somewhere?
Yeah,
it's like
no, not
like how Aditi is.
No, I won't not always like me or whatever, but I can understand this girl for sure, and I do believe that there is power in silence, that there is power in defiance. You don't have to scream and shout and kill someone and to, you know, abuse them or whatever. You don't have to do that. You can defy just by standing your ground. You can be empowered by making a choice and standing by that choice. And yeah, I think that's what I possibly got from this character. Just in terms of wow, you know, at that time she did this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my takeaway was that तुम शहजादे हो सकते हो, अकबर के तीसरे बच्चे हो सकते हो, बट उसके बावजूद ये मैटर नहीं करता कि हम कहाँ पैदा हुए हैं, हमारे पास कितने पैसे हैं या कितनी बड़ी रियासत है और सल्तनत है. What matters is कि आप क्या खुश हो जब आप सोने जाते हो, तो are you a happy man? तो वो मेरा बहुत बड़ा टेक अवे था कि हमेशा प्रिविलेज को एक बहुत ही अलग तरीके से देखा जाता है लाइफ में, लोगों को लगता है कि अगर कोई एक अच्छे परिवार से या एक ऐसे परिवार से आता है, वेल टू डू परिवार से आता है, तो उनकी लाइफ में स्ट्रगल नहीं है. स्ट्रगल हर किसी की लाइफ में है. वो जहाँ से शुरुआत करते हैं अपनी जिंदगी की, वहां से उनकी स्ट्रगल चालू होती है. तो ये मालूम पड़ा कि ये एक शहजादा है जो जिसके पास सब कुछ है, बट वो फिर भी खुश नहीं है. वो फिर भी मिस करता है अपने, क्योंकि उसके पापा इतने बिजी हैं किंगडम चलाने में, तो उनके साथ वक्त नहीं बिता पाता. मदर है नहीं. तो बहुत सारी चीजें मालूम पड़ी हैं, और उससे ये समझ में आया कि वी शुड जस्ट बी ग्रेटफुल फॉर व्हाट वी आर born with and what we have. That was my takeaway.
Absolutely. What about you?
I think I do definitely feel some parts of Murad resonate with me. I had to dig a little bit in my life, just go back, re-experience my experiences, and there were moments and times where I felt a lot of rage, a lot of betrayal, where I wanted to just stand up and like hurt the other person even. So kind of like putting all these memories back into a box and kind of like going back into it.
Right.
Even certain music which used to, when I was hurt, I would hear certain kind of music. So listening back to those musics at certain times would bring in a lot of memories, and therefore I could express even more. So yeah, I definitely resonated with certain parts of Murad. I felt his pain. I felt his I felt how he was not accepted completely.
Right.
I felt how as brothers, let's say, he wasn't close to his brothers, or his brothers kind of like left him out a bit. It's the same way I felt like how my friends left me out at certain things, how I felt very awkward at going to a very good friend's party, but almost felt like I was a stranger. Nobody's giving you any attention as such. Nobody's cheering you on when you're actually even winning a race. It's like, but if somebody else takes over, then they start, they're cheering them on. So I feel all those things over time growing up helped me connect to Murad, helped me get into a deeper sense of Murad, and not just play him as a brutal, crazy, psychotic killer, but a person who is hurt, a person who is vulnerable, a person who is ready to snap at you because he's hurt, rather than just kind of losing his top.
सेट्स पे कैसा था माहौल में? ये शो थोड़ा सीरियस की तरफ जाता है, बट सेट पे कैसा माहौल था? मस्ती थी, मजाक था? कुछ ऐसे एनेक्डोट्स जो आप शेयर कर सकते हैं हमारे साथ?
मैंने एक्चुअली एज यू नो अनारकली की मतलब कहानी इज लाइक सो मतलब आई डिडंट स्पेंड टाइम विद एवरीबॉडी सो मच, but
You're unfortunate for us, and
I really enjoyed myself. I loved the team. Also because it was just a different bunch of people. So it was a lot of fun. I love watching how DOPs work. It's a lot of fun. And Simon was just like such a different being.
And he never sat.
Yes, I'm 7 foot tall and the camera was like one toy in his hand.
He could actually, he showed me a video where he would flip with the camera. He
He's
would
like
jump
Thor.
off a building,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah, he's like Thor,
He's
right?
like Thor.
He's like Thor.
Yeah.
He's like Chris
Yeah.
Hemsworth,
Chris
big,
Hemsworth, yeah,
massive
he's
guy
huge.
who
Yeah.
used to do. He told me like he actually has his knees which are broken, by the way,
Yeah.
because he
Whoa.
was ice skating. And they both broke, but then he fixed it and he's back, and he doesn't even complain about it.
Warrior.
He's like, let's go, let's act, and he's just he's a man, you know what I mean?
And he's
a
so
man.
soft
But
with
very-
his words.
very
Such a
gentle.
big man, but like so gentle and so soft in his demeanor
Yeah.
that even when you're filming, and sometimes what happens is that if the cameraman comes in the way, just do your thing, just do your thing. Like he'd
बहुत
whisper,
sweet,
and yeah, like it was just about capturing us. At no point was it like that. Okay, let's just cancel the shot. He would
क्या
But
कर
सब
दिया?
बहुत यूनिक थे इस सेट पे.
हाँ.
Ron also, मतलब Ron was इतना मतलब so
Aditi.
sensitive to मतलब कि आपको अपना स्पेस मिलना चाहिए to perform the way you want to. कि
Like,
आप
all
अपने
right,
रोने
Aditi.
हाँ
All right,
आपको
okay.
रोना है तो आपको टाइम चाहिए. And I'm like,
Quite strong.
नहीं रोना है okay चलो.
We are pro in
We are
that.
Indian, baby.
can
Bring it
try.
on.
So it was a lot of fun and मुझे तो बहुत मजे मेरी टीम जब होती थी anyway मुझे मजे आते हैं as you know, but हमारा हमेशा पिकनिक चल रहा होता था और वर्डल के competitions.
And,
That's
and
where all these words
she
come from.
after I think after
Wordle words
every
are
day
very
of set, she just wants to like be with her crew.
Yeah.
Like she just wants to be with her crew. Like
Yeah.
that's
I love
her little family. And
How
I think
sweet.
so
Now
I don't
you
know why I
guys, because
plugged
you
that
all had
You all had
plugged.
more
I mean, I
they
would-
have
I
a
would-
bromance happening that they
यार,
can
हमने तो
go
बहुत
on
मजे
for
करे हैं यार.
hours.
Yeah,
a lot
we've
of
had
time
lot of
with
fun.
Danielle and Ashim. Ashim actually we're missing Ashim, but
Yeah, great.
Ashim's is a very naughty guy.
Is
Always
he?
playing
Yeah,
pranks.
he's a
Hindi.
prankster.
अच्छा हाँ
हिंदी,
बहुत
क्या बोलते हैं
नटखट है.
नटखट ये अच्छे शब्द निकालता है इसको बोलो क्या
हाँ,
बोलते हैं
से?
उसको नॉटी को क्या बोलेंगे
उर्दू का शब्द.
शरारती
शरारती.
मस्खरा है.
शरारती
मस्खरा.
क्या
हाँ,
मस्खरा
हाँ,
वो
मतलब
तो
ऐसा-
अरबी हो गई
शरारती है
शरारती.
मस्खरा शरारती और ये जो है दिस गाय इज अ बॉलर ये तो भाई सेट पे ये सबको हंसाता रहता है एक्चुअली हिम एंड आशिम उनकी जो रिलेशनशिप है मैं काफी जेलस होता था इनसे हाँ क्योंकि ये मुझे छोड़ देते थे बाहर कभी कभी
Which was also Salim and Daniel actually like
Actually.
were
क्योंकि रिलेशनशिप ऐसा था
हाँ.
स्क्रिप्ट में पर जब भी मैं इनको देखता था आई एम लाइक इनके जैसे दोस्त चाहिए
हमने
होंगे
बहुत चिल किया है
you
यार.
know? हाँ चिल तो किया है बट आई फील दैट यू नो इनके साथ जब मैं रहता हूँ तो मैं भी एक आई बिकम अलाइव मैं अकेला महसूस नहीं
Wow.
करता
Yeah, we're like three
Compliments
children.
on
All
that.
three of us, we're like three.
Mughleteers.
हमारी बॉडी को देख के लगेगा कि हम पूरी तरह से बढ़ चुके हैं, बट दिमाग से हम अभी बच्चे हैं. और yeah, like it's बहुत मजे किए हैं. नसीर सर
I
यार.
was just going to come to that. How was he on the set?
हमारे साथ बच्चे ही थे वो
हाँ, he's
वो
too
हाँ
much.
like
He's very sweet.
कोई भी कॉन्वर्सेशन कर लेंगे एंड जैसे वो मतलब हर किसी भी बारे में बात कर लेंगे.
हम लोग तीनों साइड पे खड़े होंगे he'll just come and join us
Yeah.
क्या बात कर रहे हो
So what's
He'll
happening,
join
boys?
us. What's happening boys Yeah, we'll come and
And
join us I love it I
Very
love that
warm,
energy
यार.
He's a
So
chiller.
warm and so like मैं बार बार बोल चुका हूँ बट ये बात जितनी भी बार बोलूँ कम है कि कोई हायरार्की नहीं है उनमें. वो एज एन एक्टर आते हैं तुम्हारे से डिस्कस करते हैं. अगर तुम उनको कोई सुझाव देते हो तो वो सुनते जरूर हैं और फिर समझ के जवाब देंगे कि करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए. बट जस्ट सो ट्रीट्स एवरीवन लाइक एन इक्वल.
and so educated
Yeah.
so well read
Yeah,
यानी सारे
so well
हिंदी
traveled.
के
Yeah,
so
yeah,
हिंदी
yeah.
के लिटरेचर उन्होंने पढ़ लिए इंग्लिश की लिटरेचर उन्होंने पढ़ लिए you know and it's
ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी पढ़ ली, शेक्सपियर पढ़ लिया और सब कुछ
उनके साथ
उस पे है.
बैठ के ना आप बस उनकी बातें सुन सकते हो
हैं.
इतनी
And you
कहानियां
learn
होती
a
हैं.
lot when you
very
listen to him.
gently and very like to share.
Yeah.
He shares it with you. He doesn't.
He doesn't give ज्ञान
Yeah.
वो ज्ञान
You
नहीं
know,
देते
preachy.
Yeah,
not preachy at all.
doesn't intimidate you. He's
Yeah,
sharing
yeah.
something with you, and it's just he makes it very interesting.
I like speaking to him उनकी पुरानी जो फिल्में थी मंदी या it was स्पर्श मासूम जब मैं उन फिल्मों के बारे में बात करते हैं ना then there's this glint which comes in his eyes you know and then he talks about all the things that he had done the research that he had done
And
Great
he would tell you
movies.
stories and he would tell you stories
Seriously,
about
Those
those sets.
days, if you sit and watch films
उनके
of
साथ अगर
Naseer sir,
देखने का मौका
धर्मेंद्र
मिलता
जी,
तो-
and you'll just go crazy.
वो तो अलग यानी एक फिल्म तो उनके साथ बैठ के देखना ही है so that he can tell us in detail
What
मैंने ये
all
किया
happened.
मैंने ये किया because as an actor you not only get to learn but it's like oh yeah I can relate
Yeah.
I'm not as stupid अच्छा okay
और
अच्छा, ये भी
फिल्टर्स
हुआ।
नहीं है, सीधा मतलब
he's a homie
या कोई फिल्टर्स नहीं है. लाइक किसी भी बारे में बात कर लेंगे और कोई भी फिल्म का कोई भी इंसिडेंट उठा के एक्टर्स की बात कर लेंगे. He would एकदम से feel very empathetic. He would start talking about his friend if he was missing his friend. He would start talking about his wife beautifully, randomly.
but the thing is I've
So,
never seen him
yeah.
talk negatively about anybody I have personally not seen him speak negatively. He's always tried to, I mean, at least I've seen him. He's only spoken positive. Even with somebody who was in front of me, but in front of us, bugging him quite a lot.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
To a
remember.
moment where this, I was feeling that he would pop at any time. And we were sitting on the side, we were like,
Yeah,
क्या
yeah,
हो रहा है?
yeah. And
हाँ,
मजे-
ये पढ़ने वाला
And
है।
very silently ना he just says यार इनको ले जाओ कोई
इनको ले
यार.
जाओ।
Just that. There's no snapping. There's no इनको लेके जाओ यार. And that's it. उतना ही
Yeah,
था
yeah.
बस.
But आप लोगों को धर्मेंद्र जी के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करने मिला?
सिर्फ लोगो लॉन्च पे
Oh.
only on the logo
You
launch.
you met him no recently.
At the logo launch, all of us met him.
Oh, that was a sweet moment.
Yeah, he's just such a he's another
He's
child.
Too
वो
cool.
तो 87
Too
के
मतलब
बच्चे
I've
हैं।
had great
मैं-
times with him whenever I've interviewed
मैं-
him.
Yeah?
He is brilliant.
Yeah, he's
I'm
so
waiting when I'll get chance next to sit and talk to him.
So on
He's
point.
Brilliant.
so poetic. So actually, he's another very well educated,
Yeah.
and a very
Yeah.
well read man.
Yeah.
You know, if you speak to him, I mean, about Hindi poetry या Hindi literature के बारे में, he's a genius.
And मैंने सीखा जितने भी जीनियसेस हैं ना वो टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करते हैं. ये हाय हाउ आर यू, आप कौन हो, वो सीधा वो जानते हैं कि सब एक जैसे ही हैं तो वो सीधा
सीधा-
बात करते हैं. लाइक दे विल हिट द राइट नोट.
He's
and again like मैं fan की तरह गया था set पे उनको देखने जिस दिन उनका shoot था और मैं बस दूर से बैठ के देख रहा था. I was like a fly on the wall and I was just noticing this man who's 87, 88 and he would give a shot and after every shot he would walk to the video assist and he would say that play this. So like so much passion, yeah. And then he would watch it and then he would go back and say that okay, take another take.
he still wants to be
Yeah,
perfect, and
that
that's,
hunger even
yeah, that
at-
hunger is
yeah.
still there at 80. 80
Once an
plus,
actor,
I
always
think.
an actor.
80 plus, right?
87, 88, I think. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, on a last parting note, what next for all three of you all, and how patiently are you all waiting for Taj to release?
Impatiently.
Impatiently. She's on fire, dude.
Yeah,
she's on fire.
On point. Word.
Go
Boliye.
ahead, Aditi. Please go ahead.
Jubilee with Vikramaditya Motwani,
Yeah.
which has been announced. And today,
Hira Mandi.
which we are still working on. But oh my god, I'm so looking forward to
The
both.
first
But
look has
there's
been
a lot
appreciated a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sanjay sir's magic.
This is second time you're working with him, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I hope there will be many more. I
Third.
love him.
Second. Bajirao
And he's somebody, we were talking
No,
about
no, Padmavat.
what it must be for directors to, to sort of create these beautiful children that they do. He's somebody who works harder. I mean, we all work with him, but he's the leader working the hardest. And we are all trying to keep up with him. It's really amazing.
We're looking forward to it for both the films, actually.
Yeah,
so-
Vikram sir is also his student. Vikram sir was
Vikramaditya Motwani.
Sanjay sir's
Sari's
assistant.
assistant.
Yeah. And
Nice.
it's so cool. It's like surreal.
So both the things are releasing this year?
I don't know. Hira Mandi will, as and when Sanjay sir makes the announcements. Jubilee will be
This year.
soon, hopefully. They've made the announcement, but that's
All right. What about you?
अपना भी आएगा इसके बाद. I don't have much to say about that, but hopefully something good.
मेरे पास बिल्कुल काम नहीं है. प्लीज ये देखने के बाद अगर आपको मेरा काम अच्छा लगे तो ये मेरी राइट प्रोफाइल है, ये मेरी लेफ्ट प्रोफाइल है. प्लीज मुझे बुला लेना और ऑडिशन कर लेना. थैंक यू.
Turn
you have
around.
to stand with
You gotta
that.
turn around
That,
too, bro.
yeah, and then move.
Yeah,
I'll do everything.
like a Kedi. Kedi number.
All right. Well, on that note,
786.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
and
having
all
us.
the
Thank you.
very best for the show. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope आपको अच्छा लगे.